Well, hello everybody. Hope you are doing well. Doing okay. We gotta get our audio check in like we always do. We had some changes going on here. Um, Moved some things around. Got a new desk that suits better for what we're trying to do. We got everything together. My microphone is picking up a little bit of background noise. It's fluttering down there at like the -50. But hold on one second. I'm gonna drop these off. It doesn't sound bad. Let me know in chat if you can hear any kind of a background or some craziness or some silliness or anything going on. That would be greatly appreciated. But anyway, here we are. So, as the title says, it's the night before the update. Hmm. So many fun and exciting things we're going to be doing. Not really, it's all minor prep. Um, we put in most of the work already, so there isn't too much left to do. Dude, I love that little bunny. I'm sorry, I do. So, we got 8 hours left on these dailies. They'll be the last ones we have to do. I'm assuming there's going to be some kind of other event that they have going on, but we'll also be knee deep in new weapons, new Descendant to unlock. It's going to be a lot to do. I have not heard on what the plans for the unlock for Serena is. I'm assuming it's going to be tied to the new area. Although there's only 2 maps with a couple things to do, so who knows. But I'll tell you what, we're going to just get right into. What's up, Napkin? I don't know who you are. It's Bunny. Kind of creeped out about this, but hey, whatever. Okay, anyway. So, like I said, let's just knock out these dailies. We have to acquire some amorphous patterns, and I've got a method we're going to do that. We got a fusion reactor to use, and I know where that's going to happen. So let's just go in here and clear our last. Okay, we're going to clear our last run with Defiler. In order to do that, yep, we have our Defiler set up for our last dagger. And we stay with the full metal setup. So we are set to go. Let's go get ourselves some Defiler action. Gonna miss this guy. Honestly, I kind of liked him better than Infernal Walker. As a Eugen main, that's what most of my Infernal Walker kills was with Eugen. So I usually had a whole lot to do. And it just kind of seems that once we as a community figured out how to beat Defiler on a pretty regular basis, Eugen's less and less important. But, alright, let's go crazy. Let's get nuts. Well, I'll tell you what, this is. We're behind the power curve here. You gotta get going. Stay on it. And we get the kill. Alright, let's see. I better not get that 100 drop that I've been chasing. Good. 4. I'll take it. Oh, that would upset me because apparently they're resetting those, the green tickets. To get 100 of them now and not be able to spend them would be infuriating. In fact, it was kind of ballsy of me to come into this place and go do this, just for that reason. But I don't know. We played the odds on our luck being as crappy as it always is. This guy was fun. Um, Took a little while to figure him out, but once we did, seemed to be okay. But I did like him better. So they keep saying they're going to make these things come back into rotations, but just I don't know when. They keep coming out with new ones, and the old ones keep going away. So here's what it is, though. So that is one thing down. We're not going to go pick it up yet because we need to go get some amorphous patterns from somewhere. And the place we're going to go do that is in Hagios. We're going to go right here. We're chasing some of these 110 patterns. And the reason we're chasing the 110 patterns is because we can get restored relic parts from that. We are building a second one. And we're almost there, actually. You know what? Before we get too crazy, I haven't even gone over there. Should have one done, can make another one right away.
Oh, the special human child. What do you need?
Yep, so you got one done. That'll be the second. I made one. We can skip that. And we'll go ahead and pick that up. Real happy here. 22. And I've still got 20 patterns. I'm sorry, the blueprints. So we're in great shape here. But of course, we always keep those things running. So let's get that one going. I don't know if I can make another restored relic. I might be able to. I can. As you can see, I have 3. Now I have the main one that has the copies in it, and I have 2 now. So I need to make, I think, 3 more. Yep. And as you can see, I'm in pretty good shape as far as these things go. So I have 3 of the polymers. Don't need to make any of those. I got 2 of the synthetic fiber, so I need 1 more. I need 2 more nanotubes, and I've got all the patterns that I have. So we just got to remember 1 synthetic fiber and 2 nanotubes, and we're good to go. Now, if we come here, you'll see that I've already got the 2 parts. I just got to make those. So we'll get this one cooking, and we'll make the other one. But as far as polymer synctums go, we still need to go get one, and that is why we're heading to Hagios. Oh, better safe than sorry. Cool. So, to Hagios we go. Why am I making a second copy? I want to have 1 restored relic that is fire-based with fire-based options and such. And then I want to have a second one that is going to be ice. And I know they said that they were going to try to adjust this and change this so that we don't have to have 2 copies of a gun. But I have trust issues, so don't want to get gooey and wet there. Hang on. Oh, do we have company here? There we go. All right. By the way, we are tracking this, as you can see, the pattern as well as we have it as a targeted reward. So that's always good to do. And like I said, I only need, I think, one of these. Or do we need two? I think we need two, but I got, yeah, I only need one. So I just need one more, and, oh, I'm sorry, friend. Shoot, I'm trying to figure out what's going on in my life. We'll figure it out. I need one of these, but we're going to get extra patterns just in case it doesn't work. You know what I mean? Always. Ooh, he tried. Okay, sorry. Now we can get back to it. So yeah, we need one of these, and I haven't had that much luck with these patterns. So I would like to have at least three before I head over to the reactor. But we need to go out and acquire three patterns somehow for the daily, as well as use a reactor twice. So this is as good a place as any, right? What you doing, friend? There you go. Nice hit, little douchebag. Oh boy, we are not having luck. So, yep. That is why I have this as a targeted reward, because it's not the best outcomes, especially here. I've done this quite a few times. This is one of the reasons why I am the lacking in this department as far as the materials to make that full restored relic, because this one has just been very uncooperative. Damn. As you can see, we're at 80%, so it doesn't appear as though our luck is improving in this. You know, it's funny, I don't technically have to come out of here. It's just a habit. But, as you can see, our temporary friend, Gold Guy, there is just hanging out. How many times do you think I'm going to let that thing blow up in my face? I think a whole bunch, actually. Alright, well, we finally did get one. I think that powered shock was a little overkill, wasn't it? So there we are. So we're going to get two more of these to knock this out, then we'll go do the void fusion reactor. I remembered him this time. Well, I'll tell you what. Whoa. It's loud as hell. I don't know if you guys heard that. My headphones, that was insanely, insanely loud. That's terrible aim for some reason. Hey, look at that. I guess I'll just stay in here with Gold Guy. Alright, so we only need one more. I mean, there are other things we're going to do tonight that'll get us amorphic patterns, but you know what? Let's just knock it out, get it done. What's going on? Can I play or no? Oh, I have to step out. I don't know if that was... Maybe because I was stepping out? That's why it was working earlier? Targeted reward. I think the last one we got, we did not max out that targeted reward, so... Boop, boop, boop. And there we go. Well, the bugger tried to take a swing, didn't he? Alright, 40%. I have kept forgetting that this gun is built for hip fire. I'm just so used to ADSing, you know? It's kind of nicer to have that wider field of view and not be so tunneled. As you can see, hip firing works just as well. See, you didn't have to run. Yeah, come gotcha. Cool. Well, at least we know we only have to do this at the maximum twice more. What? You can't have brownies. You're a dog. You can take the damage, right? Alright. Well, at least this will be the last time. Those illusionists are so annoying. And they're creepy, too. Let's not forget about that. Come on, Max. Stop. Stop aiming. I hear him talking, but... And there we go. Hey, look, we filled up our bar, too. Alright, man. Best of luck to you, gold guy. And I will catch you later. So, we have finished off that requirement. Boop. Now the only thing to do is use the void fusion reactor. Go. We got good percentages from this, but like I said, it's just been uncooperative, both at the outpost and over here at the reactor. So, with our luck, we'll get it right out of the gate. Because why not? That's it. This is a very easy reactor. Well, I mean, I say easy because you hit that panel, bad guy spawns right here, and then the second bad guy spawns up in the hill, and that's all you got to deal with. And they aren't too hard to deal with. I'm actually not even going to throw my ammo skill. We'll just take them. Well, I should reload. Yeah, see, we'll just take him natural, and then up here. And we're looking for a restored relic. We got to supply moisture. How crazy is that? Okay, so yeah, 32% chance. We're looking for the golden wire. Let's see what happens. Yeah, we got a clairvoyance part. Not too upset. Hit by our dude, come on. Not too upset with that because we knew we were going to have to run it at least twice. If I get it here, then we'll call it a perfect little run there. If not, I might get upset. Oh, nice. Alright, there's our new mail, so... How about if we don't mess with me? Yay! Now we don't have to go. We could if we really wanted to. Like I said, this one isn't that hard. I'm just going to spare it because we don't need it. So, yeah, we got what we needed from this place. Back to Albion we go, and we'll go over here. Alright, so we were a tad bit yappy in the front of the stream. It's 24 minutes in right now, so it's like 15-20 minutes to get your dailies done. I like it. It's a good amount of time, you know. You can just log in, do what you need to. Doesn't take too much commitment. Things could have been worse, obviously.
I'm listening.
But anywho, okay, so Okay, so yeah, I think we just need to make this, right? Okay, so let's get our bearings here. This is the part where, because I don't know if I'm dumb or what, but sometimes I just get confused. Okay, so I got one launcher making right now. All right, and when we look at our inventory, because I still have them in here, I got two. So I will have three once the one I'm making is done, and I will need to make two more after this. So when we go to the restored relic and we look, I need to make two. I've already got two of these, so we're ready. I have one and I just started making one, so we're good. And this one's got an hour and 42 minutes and it'll be done, and then I have this one. So we're heavy on these blueprints. We used our last one of these and we just got to make this one, and we got two of those blueprints, so we are good to go. So all I got to do is wait for the fiber to get done, and I got to make one more nanotube, and then I'll be able to call it quits. So the reason we're doing this is wrong. I was never really a launcher kind of guy. They did make some changes to it, but like here, we are working on making this one chill in every aspect. And yes, I realize that I have the fire attack 14,000 there. We will be changing that over to a chill attack as well. But I want to have this one completely chill based for void erosion purge. And then I also want to make one that is completely fire based. And you can't do that with a single gun because those weapon options and the cores you have attached aren't like modules where you can mix and match. So that's why we're making a second one. What I do need to do definitely is um, need to go take these guys and pop them in. Look at that, we got some gold perks on this bad boy. And I need to go out and get myself a regular gun that up to 100 that I could pop into this. So uh, that's something we got to keep our eyes out for. And yes, but confirming here, all done. So hooray! Now, as far as the battle pass, they broke my heart because this isn't working. Um, I went out and did this, and it didn't count. I only did two, and the commanders I took out were the guys from the reactors, but it did count them. And clearing this at battle on hard difficulty within 15 seconds. I have done this multiple times. I was farming Executioner and Pyro, and I was killing them in 5 to 8 seconds. So it just didn't count. And I've done this a long time ago. But to be honest, we did 8 out of 8 all the way up until week 14. We hit our maximum level and we got all the coins that we could ever want to unlock all of this stuff. So, to be honest with you, I'm not going to sweat the fact that those aren't working and that I did get them completely 100% done because, hey, it stopped me. I only got 100 of these, so I don't have enough to buy anything. That's cool though, because I really don't want that stuff in there. And I did already collect everything out of the battle pass. That got a little cheesy before because I used to um, when is that coming up? Yeah. Oh, is that this here? Yes. Okay. But anyway, yeah. So before, when these things were, when you clicked on them, you used them. That kind of blew because I'd have them sitting here in the battle pass forever. But it's nice now that you collect it as an item. Oh my, that sits in your inventory. So that's good. So I was able to clear those off. So those are all done. Battle pass completed. Hooray. Super excited. Um, as far as journal entries go, we are still at 405 out of 412 with the same ones. Um, we're hoping that this goes away or at least gets up to 29 with the new Descendant and some weapons. I'm pretty sure we'll get to 29. I don't know if we'll get to 30. Maybe by the time, like in April, I think it is when Blair drops, maybe that'll happen. Um, what was it? Not sure if I remember how much, but I'm at 115 out of 229, so I'm basically halfway there. I think a Descendant will get you like 50. I think an Ultimate gets you up to like 60,000 points on here. So, that'll get me close. And then probably take two weapons to push me over the mark, but then we're going to come, pretty shy. So we'll get 29. Um, but you know what? It's not like we're not able to do this. So 7 out of 30 is the best I could do. We earn our green tickets the hard way, four at a time. Although last weekend, I think it was, um, I jumped in, and I think it was Sunday. Yeah, I jumped in and I did four of the defiler kills by myself. And the first one I got four, and I was like, of course I did. And then I got 14, which I was thought, hey, that's nice. And then I got 14 a second time in a row, which was super awesome. And then I got four again. But that ended our super fun, super awesome uh, um, results. So we had to go back to the fours after that. Let me check something here real quick, just to make sure we're still broadcasting good. Changing everything around. Mike's got a little bit different setup. It's in a different position. I got a nice chair. So, all right, hold on. I'm going to take us to a be right back screen. Yep, sounds all right. Didn't have the earpiece to be able to check it like I normally do. My earpiece died, but yeah, my microphone's is kind of in a different position, so it's picking up sounds it shouldn't have, and I spent a lot of time adjusting it and also, checking my levels. But sounds like it's all right, at least what I saw. Let me know if it's not. But yeah, anyway, so 7 out of 30. We will be getting in there with some Tormentor kills, so we'll keep moving this up. But I think we're going to have to get real serious with this if we want to get this one done. And then these horrible support requests. If we saw them, we'd do them, but it doesn't happen. I had said before to be the change that you want to see, and I've done a bunch of support requests, but I've been at 5 forever. Not seeing anybody else do them, so that's a shame. Here we are at 28 out of 50, so maybe we'll do some Deathstalker kills here. And see if we can get that to at least 30. I'd be happy. Um, I gotta be honest, I haven't been too excited about getting this done because then it'll be done. It's kind of nice to have this still there. Um, it is the hardest one out of all these, I think, to get. At least for me, it is such a small part and still a pretty tough fight. But yeah, I don't know. I just feel like I like having it sit there, let me know I've got something to do. Yep, I'm going to be honest. Because you can only do the Void Abyss ones for so long, you know. Not really a fan of the components that you get out of those. Sorry for sounding like I'm tired. I'm not bored. Eli, my dog, he had a little bit of an ear infection, so he had a rough night, which means so did I. And he's over there. Got some medicine in him earlier. Doing okay. He's just laying there sleeping away because he didn't have to go to work today or go online to stream. He just sit down and be lazy. I could tell he was feeling better when he tried to eat my brownie. Well, he didn't try to eat it, but he sat there and stared at me and let me know that he would love to. But yeah, anyway, so that's why I'm yawning. So sorry for that. I feel another one coming on. It's because I talked about it. Okay. Anyway, so here we stopped going into the void vessel. We did do that spurt where we were helping some people out, which was actually fun. But then they didn't need to do it anymore, and boy, that just kind of killed it for me as well. I feel like I should just go in there and do the three and get this done, so it's gone and be done with it. But also, it's not a hard activity. I could jump in there whenever I want to, and as far as I know, they're not taking it away. So, and we'll have to see about our reserves. If we get the new fellow, are we going to be able to level them up, or do we have to go back in here? And if we do, then this is the reason to clear that out. So we'll just let that sit in a holding pattern. But we've got those two that I could do, but I'm waiting just to see if it's more useful. This one, which I don't want to do because I don't want to see it go away. And then the four in here, one of which we won't be able to complete. Two of the remaining three are going to be extremely difficult. And the last one is the green ticket rewards, which we're going to have to start getting luckier, or we're just going to have to do a buttload of Tormentor to uh, to finish that up. Anyhow, so that's where we stand there. So let's talk about new season preparations. I like standing over here. Don't let me see people over here, so it's my little spot. Um, anyway, leave me babbling. So, obviously, the crystallization catalysts, you need a bunch of those for the weapons, and you're going to need them for Serena. My advice to you is make these as often as you can. Whenever you finish crafting one or over the Magister's, once she's done, when you pick it up, just start another one. Um, I don't get too crazy and I don't set alarms so that every 8 hours I'm jumping in here to craft one. Um, Sometimes, like when I'm getting ready to head for work in the morning, if I fire the game up just to check on things, I'll run over, grab one, and make it. And that way, while I'm at work, I'll be making another one. But um, this is one of those things where if you have them, you're going to use them. If you don't have them, then you find ways to wait and be a little more important with them. I'm kind of in a trap right now because I do have some stuff I want to do, but I also don't want to get too crazy with these because I don't know the schedule for the ultimate weapons. I don't know if they're all dropping at once or if we're going to get them kind of a drip feed over the course or what's going to happen. But I mean, to be completely honest, we still have multiple days of unlocking, getting the materials, crafting, making extra copies, testing the guns before we can actually go crazy with the build to test it out. So it's not that bad, but would definitely like to have a few more of these. Like I said, we keep them going whenever we can. 20 blueprints isn't so bad. I'd love to have more, and I can. I just got to go do the stuff that gets me the blueprints for these. It's mostly a 20% drop on a whole bunch of different patterns. Um, the best one that I have for that, sorry, is, and this is why I was playing with him earlier, Executioner. I got 196 of this pattern 56, which has a 20% chance of making those. I don't really care about any of the other stuff, so, whatever. They just go to ETA when he shows up. But let's just pretend it's a perfect world where I do 100 patterns with Executioner, and by the time it's all said and done, I get exactly what these percentages are: the 6, the 10, 20, 20, 32, and 32s. Um, the end result there would be that I'd get 20 crystallization catalysts for the first 100 and 20 for the second. So that's 40 of them sitting right there just in one guy, uh, in a very easy activity with the right build on Haley. I also have 76 of this one, same dude, same percentage. The other ones I have, this one's for energy activators. I think so is this one and this one as well. But yeah, I've got 270 patterns that I can generate these just on this one guy alone. It doesn't continue that well. Like here, I've got 29 I can get it from, but that's I think there's 18. Devour's probably pretty low. Yeah, I only got a couple patterns left. I had a bunch of these, but I used them. Pyro, I'm almost out of. I don't think I can get. Oh, I can get them from there. Yeah. So we still got some reasons to kill Pyro. Um, there we go. There's 33. So say I just got to go in there and kill these guys, and we can do it. It's only 6 for him. There's 50. So if we really getting low on crystallization blueprints, we're just going to go on a killing spree for these guys. Gluttony. Look at that. I got quite a few for gluttony. There's a lot of energy activators. Unfortunately, it's taking so long to get over there. There you go. Thank you. For Deathstalker, we still don't have any of these patterns. I got to go do stuff. Otherwise, it's just a dead fight. It's kind of another reason why you don't see me in there too much. But anyway, back to preparations. So I'm okay here. When this number gets down to 20, I start getting concerned. Don't have to act, but I do start getting concerned. If it gets down to 15, I'm really concerned. If it's down to 10, then it becomes the front burner activity, and I'll go get a bunch more. But overall, the rate of them coming in is definitely less than me making them. And now that I don't have to go do those activities that could generate these, kind of have to set it up and make a way to do it. So, but yeah, we're good right now. I'm concerned. I noticed this, but once it gets down to about 15 to 10, that's when we'll really care. But we're gonna keep making them. Got them cooking now, obviously, and when we go pick this one up, we'll start another one right after it. Um, we were in incredibly good shape with these things. I had like 40 of these damn things, but then we went on a spending spree where we're working on different guns and trying different things and changing characters and just expanding our gameplay. And man, we slaughtered our results here. So, anyway, I got 22 going in. We're actually going to use one or two here in just a second. So I'm coming in with 20. That is good. That's enough to do one of the ultimate guns and Serena, at least catalyzing one thing for each one with a few extras to spare. And that's not including, I mean, how long it's going to take me to get to that point. So we're in good shape. Um, Energy activators, I did really well with these early in the season. At 6% drop rate, I was a master of it. Couldn't do it when it was a Descendant piece, like an Ultimate Viesa piece and stuff like that. But for some reason, energy activators scored all right. Plus, they gave some of these things away. But I've got 11 of them, and I've got 11 patterns, so I can make more. Um, these take longer. They're like 36 hours, so you got to plan ahead a little bit. But we're only going to use 5, actually 6, in this new season. Um, One for Serena, one for Blair, and one for each of the four weapons. So we'll be down to five for the next month, couple months. So we're in great shape there. Probably could go make it just to keep the things out. I've got plenty of the materials through all the stuff we've been doing. I'm in good shape in pretty much all directions there. I have talked myself into it.
If there's something you need, you'll need to pay.
So, they're kind of pricey, 750 grand. Yeah, 1 day and 6 hours. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead. We'll make one. That'll give us an even 12. We got 10 patterns in the back. We're still at 39 million gold, which isn't the best. I would kind of like to have a little more. We spent all our money on that workbench, making the last dagger unnecessarily awesome. But so yeah, that burned through a ton of money. So we have to go make some more. But we're in good enough shape for the update, and over the course of just playing, we definitely can. So yes, that is where we stand as far as those materials. So we got them cooking, and we got plenty in reserve. I guess I might as well talk about that. I got 14 million Kuiper. In the early stages of the game, Kuiper was everything. And then once you finally got kind of over a hump, you didn't need it anymore. You were generating enough. It just keeps building up, especially dismantling modules is where I get most of my Kuiper from. Uh, so, yeah. Gold is always kind of the currency I'm looking for. But we have plenty of consumables, and just going out and doing the activities, it's okay. Um, I have gone. Oh, look at all these. I have gone through. What you got? Nope. Okay. From what I can tell best, it's for the components that you're looking for Serena. Tech appears to be what we're going to be using, and meh. Shield recovery 16.3. It's just a standard enhancer though. But yeah, she is going to be a tech-based character for skills, so you'll want yourself a tech reactor. And then we really don't know as far as what um, perks are going to be good. So when you look here, let's see, that'll be a tech one, right? Yep. So a tech with effective range and a cooldown that has possibilities. Colossus and skill costs could be better. I mean, I just kept it because of the Colossi aspect. That's fusions. Yep. There's tech with nothing on it. I don't even know why that's in there. Probably should get rid of that. Let's do that. But we have a few reactors that should work out pretty well. Here's tech, skill class. Yeah, we were just looking at that. So I don't really think we need to, at this stage, get too crazy about going after a reactor. We could, if we really wanted to. Let's see. If we go with tech and we go with fire, starfall and mirage stone, huh? There'll be buried deactivation right there. That would be the one I would be doing. You get a phase reactor and materialized. but also it appears as though we can get. So might want to go do that just a few times. I just got to remember Mirage Stone. Anytime you want to farm reactors, I've always found that that's the best one. Those are the best missions to do. Is the barrier deactivation. Grab yourself like a bunny or an Inez. Even a Freyna can do it pretty easily. Something that's got some decent AoE, and you just lace them out. Run around in circles. Only takes a minute or two. Um, some of those missions are terrible. I can't stand doing the ones where you got to walk with the little scanner in order to. You got to provide its shield. They did change that to where it's not such a problem, but I still don't like those missions. And some of them, like going from spot to spot to spot to spot, just take a little too much time for my liking. So yeah, barrier deactivations are quick, easy, not hard to figure out, and away you go. But I'm not sure. We might farm reactors later on tonight. I don't really want to put that out. Screen. Let's see. We'll go with an S just because. We're not sure. I think April is when the Inez nerf is coming. So, we'll have to see. Yep, sorry. She might still be rather useful. I think she did kind of need to be nerfed just because she's a little much, but not bad. You don't need to run her into the ground. Tone her down just a tad bit. All right, let's see if we can get some decent tech reactors from this. There's a frozen. There we go. Well, everybody's here trying to get reactors, huh? All right. Frozen mechanics. Oh, that may not be too bad. What would I be looking for? I couldn't tell you. Until I actually play some with her, not really going to know what the issue is. There are certain ones that you can't really go wrong with. The tech power boost as a secondary perk, in addition to the upfront one, is pretty good. Anything that's going to be like a cost um, cooldown or range extension, those are pretty safe bets that it should be all right. Um, I'm honestly just seeing what I get, and if I don't get anything, I'm fine with it. Tell you what else we're gonna do. We're gonna do this, and then we're gonna do those support requests because we try to be a helpful little player. Anybody? Hey, if you're in the game right now and you're in background, go to Albion. Would appear as though there were too many people on the map, so it is starting me over, which makes me glad I didn't actually start that mission. That would have been upsetting. Hello, new friend. That's kind of one of the bad things about doing support requests on this mission is if it does move you on the map, it can't start you in the mission area. It starts you at the closest outpost. But it starts the map or the mission for some reason. So as you can see, we're 94% bad little people because we weren't inside the circle radius. But it's like, dude, you game was bouncing me around, not me. I didn't want that. Tell you what, we gotta do something quick. We gotta kill that guy first. All right, keep me alive, new friend. Puppy already got him. Need to get a gun. Nope. I think that Sonic co-op will be all right. Let's get in here and yep, we needed something with 100, so we're gonna save it. Thank you. Alright, off they go. This should be my map, though. Since it started me off. Yep, it's my map. Since it had to move me into a new instance, nobody else has populated it yet, so hopefully if somebody sees that support request and joins, it should just bring them right in. We won't have to do the bounce around like we did before. I guess we should take a look and see if we got anything good here. We did not. I have to keep it to take a look because I'm not entirely sure. Uh-oh. What the hell are you bastards doing? Well, at least we got a reactor out of it, right? How great would that be if that one was awesome? Oh, it wasn't. Did we get a new friend yet? Nice try. Alright, well, we're going to send one more. And we're starting it. Uh-oh. Wrong button. Alright. I got... Oh, what the hell? Douchebags. Okay. Let's see what we got. No. Never really been a fan of reactor farming. You can see why. Alright, we're going to do this one more time. See if we can get somebody else to accept a support quest. Just trying to help. And then we'll move on to something else. Still my map? Yep. We'll do 3. That was 2. Two, one, boop. No one answers, we're going in. Wonder how long they were standing there. Boop. I got the hiccups. I don't know if you can hear that. Guy's gun was floating in the air. See, this is another issue why a nest needs to kind of be toned down, because you don't even have to look at your bad guys to kill them. You just throw that thing right over your shoulder. I say as he sticks me with a grenade. See, this is a little much, guys. Okay, how do we do? Not too pressed. See, I'm not sure what her setup is going to be as far as range goes. Let's keep that just for now. Again, range and just a general tech boost to double up on her main skill. That's not, it's a safe way to go. This is not something I'm going to put upgrades into, but it might work out just to get us off the ground. And with a flying person. Oh my gosh. Love of God. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with my options so far. They'll be good enough at the start, and then once we know a little bit more, then we can actually really go for something. Now, like I remember with Keelan, I was very unhappy with his skill cooldowns, but I didn't have a cooldown reactor. Um, but I didn't know that his skill cooldowns were not cool for me until I actually got him, unlocked him, leveled him up, played with him. So don't want to get too crazy trying to get ourselves a reactor that we maybe don't need. But I will show you something we're going to do. Um, I am pretty certain that yeah, they're not making any changes. So Glay with the combination of the last dagger is probably still going to be a very good route to go as far as continuing on with Void Purges and standard content as well as Colossi battles and the new Tormentor. However, he is a similar to the Executioner and the Pyro, but he is going to be weak to toxic. So if you look at my gun here, I'll actually just click on that so we don't have to go through. I have three versions. I have Striker, which is just my um, basic gun that I use for void erosion. The key factors here are I go with this ultra precision strike, but I did not double up with mental focus, which is great for Glay. So technically, this gun could be used by anybody, but it really excels in her hand. And that's also why it has the chill enhancement on it, so that it can freeze bad guys. So that's the one I use for void erosion. For Defiler, it's a very similar gun, except we put electric priority, electric enhancement on, and we picked up mental focus. This is just so we can do the most amount of damage possible as quickly as possible. This is the hopes of getting him in those, 15 seconds or less kills. And it works pretty well. So I want to replicate this without changing it. We might change it later. But electric is not the way to go with Tormentor. He is going to be weak to toxic. So we're going to make use of this little function here and copy it. And then we're going to go into the tester, which I have completely open. And we're going to paste. Sure thing. And let's rename this to Tormentor. Awesome. All right, so now we've got the makings of a gun build that hopefully will do pretty good with this guy. I don't know that it's going to be the same as the Defiler fight, but to be honest, they can't get too advanced on us here, guys, without coming out with new types. Um, if this guy follows form, he's going to have huge shoulder blades, which would be real easy to hit. Um, he doesn't have kneecaps like Defiler has. He's got those little things on the sides, so that'll be interesting. And then he's got the side head profiles, etc. But basically, what we want to do here is I'm going to keep this set up for Glay, but we're going to get rid of this and we're going to get rid of that, and we are going to go with the toxic enhancements. Now, one of the problems with that is a toxic enhancement is R, and you're not going to find toxic priority like you do for all the other ones because it actually calls itself poison priority. Um, Unnecessary because everything else is, fire enhancement, fire priority, electric enhancement, electric priority, and chill, chill. Why they decided to go silly, I don't know. But what we do have to worry about is in order to put these on, we need some R's. We need to have some rutile slots, and we don't have them here. So I do have one here. It's the only one I got. It's currently got an M in it. Um, this is one of those rule breaker guns. I normally do not like to put more than two. Um, what are they even called? Socket types, I guess the module socket type. I don't like to put more than two of any socket type in any slot. Um, just because I feel like if you do two in every one of them, it gives you the flexibility you need to almost put anything in there. But if you pile them all up onto one, you still might run into problems. But yeah, this one, for some reason, we got three on that one. I think I maybe fired from the hip in a some kind of a mission or something. But yeah, so we ended up doing that. So what I need to do is figure out how to stick 2 rutile slots into here. I do have one here. I don't think, I was kind of going through it in my head. Based on how many malachites I have, which is the most prominent feature on this gun, and the fact that I don't have too much options uh, as far as what sockets are where, I think I'm going to have to spin this gun twice. Um, Even if I was able to use this rutile slot, I don't have another M slot that I can switch out. Everything's where it's kind of actually going to be. So, yeah. What I am thinking though is I can take this better concentration, which is an almandine, and I can put it up here because this one's already got 2. So we can put this up here. And if I can dump an R into both of these guys, or even if I decide to do like an R and an M, because I've already got an R over here. But these are the 2 that I think I'm going to have to change. And it's kind of nice because it does give me, I mean, obviously we don't have too much space here, but there won't be a penalty. If I tried to drop it into one of these guys, it would be a mismatch between the module and the socket. So it's going to add the 50% extra slots to your gun. But I think what we'll do is we will drop this one here. That takes us almost to maximum. But we're going to make this an R right now. Like I said, I did have a couple of these that we're going to use. So yeah, this is the one we wanted to do. Make it a rutile. And apply. So now that dropped it down to 8. You can see I'll only do 10. I'm going to go ahead and grab this poison priority. I don't have any other ones. I'd never really focused on toxic, to be honest. So that's why you see most of my poison stuff. My toxic stuff isn't up. But we're going to drop this up here. We'll save the changes. I don't know why I went all the way out. Also don't know why I did that. But here we are. So this gun is pretty much a copy of my Defiler build, except we got rid of the electric damage bonuses and we stuck in the toxic ones. So now we just got to get her back up to 40 at least once so that we can drop an R slot here, fully max that up so we get our full bonuses. And then, unlike Descendants, you really don't have to worry that much about leveling up a gun. A level 1 proficiency gun is going to do just as well as a level 40 when you shoot somebody. So you don't have to worry about it. It's not like with your Descendants where you get reduced hit points, shields, and defense when you're low level and your MP's lower, and the close, once you start getting up to the 40s, that's when you start picking up the real big bonuses. But yeah, you're not reduced any when you do guns, which I guess is a good thing. But it's funny that we have toxic attack equal to 30% of the firearm attack. We got a toxic of 13. That's it. 13%. I guess it doesn't add it in. Okay, so we got to go do something that's going to make that number 40. And I know just where to go. So we are going to grab ourselves some Spray. And we are going to take this. Oh yeah, by the way, I have a second last dagger that eventually we'll make. Sorry, it's over here. But we're still going to use the really cool one. Sorry. And this is the one that we need to make better. So we are going to take this into some special operations. Now, this is interesting. If I do like the regular ones, The XP is a little better.
I'm Eckert from Data Intelligence. How can I help you?
No, no. I still haven't seen that name up there, so. Anyway, if we do the normal ones, there's so many bad guys, especially this one. This is probably the best one to do as far as leveling up characters and or equipment. But I also am in the market for some gold, which doesn't necessarily drop out of here. But where it does drop out of is right here. If I was going to do the normal one, I would probably do it public for one round because I'm not going to get enough to get it all the way up to 40. And then I would do a private the next one, or maybe go do a 400 dungeon if I had to. The issue you have with this is some people can get a little antsy when Freynas are involved, and also in nests, and of course bunnies. Uh, I get it because Freyna can go into those missions and just fire off her poison once, and it infects the entire map, and you just stand there. And all you got to do is deal with the bosses, which for everybody else and for me as Freyna to an extent isn't all that much fun. But I'm not trying to do this to have fun. I'm trying to do this to get my gun back up to 40 so I can stick that other rutile spot so I can maximize my modules so that tomorrow when I'm jumping in there trying to kill Tormentor, I can have fun then. This, getting a weapon from 1 to 40, that's not fun for me anymore. Sometimes I'll go in there and depending on the players, I'll kind of hold back. I won't just poison everything and stand there and just giggle. If they're running around and trying to do stuff. But I got to be honest, if you're going into a public is kind of just I want to get this done as quickly as possible. You don't have a right to tell anybody else how to play just as much as no one has a right to tell you how to play. But you're going into a public situation, you're kind of just like whatever ends up happening happens. And speed running will always win if somebody's doing it. You know what I mean? Like if you and me go into a mission and I want to speed run it and you don't, you're going to speed run it anyway because if I don't care and don't listen to you and I just take off and go, I'll probably be able to get to the end on my own. And we're speed running it. So you kind of have to think whenever you load up something public, expect a speed run. If you don't want to speed run, you need to either do it private by yourself or find friends. If you don't want to do it in a group setting. One of the benefits of doing this mission as far as gold is it's actually in the why are you not working? It's actually in the loot pool. Oh, there it is. It didn't have to do this. So you can get gold as a reward, and this goes up the further along you get it. So it's pretty nifty. Now, if this was an emergency situation, I would go ahead and prop a weapon proficiency. I have a ton of them. And I could do it anyway. But I got time. I mean, it's 8 o'clock. It's 8:30 on the day before. Will I be taking Glay in against this guy in the beginning? Absolutely not. No, I am going to start off every one of these things just like I always do, because I am a Eugen main. And especially in the beginnings when we don't know how or when or why it kicks our butt, health and quick revives, greatly appreciated. So. All right, so we're just going to make sure we got that last dagger in our hand. think it's going to be there. It's pretty cool, huh? So yeah, you can see, oh hey, Roach is doing some work. He's picking up like 3,000 gold every time somebody dies when they drop them, so that's definitely good. And you don't have to really do anything.
High-level enemy identified. Designating as top priority target. Please eliminate.
Quick and easy, and we're already up to level 7. And unfortunately, we got a code breaker. I think it's about time to, oh, hey. Got stuck on him. I think it's about time to switch off, the mid-air maneuvering into this slot instead of the long-distance one. Normally I use the long-distance for, Colossi fighting. Which I don't even do with Reyna. Just bars of gold laying everywhere. Oh. Poison got him. Where is Roach? What's he doing?
We've sighted another Vulgus leading the defensive forces. Eliminate this target and stand by for next transmission.
Gotta remember to hip fire. What happened? Hey, look at that. 200k gold. I'll take that. Kind of a late spawn, wasn't it? Nope. Did that one wrong. I'm gonna miss out. Wanted to put that right on the edge so it hit everybody that's up here. Oh, nice. Nope, not from you. It's from you.
High-level Vulgus closing in. Target this unit first.
Guy came out of nowhere. More gold. Hell yeah, it's 500,000 right out of the gate. Woo! Level 16. I'll take it. Alright, looks like Roach did a pretty good job. Well, they're trying to kill me. That was a misfire. What's going on over there? Wow, my aim's terrible. Oh my goodness. Oh, dude, what are you doing? What is happening in this game? I mean, I guess I shouldn't complain. Like I said, I'm just here for the gold. Hey, what's up, big guy?
Detected an enemy unit with abnormally strong readings. Identification: commander of the defensive forces.
Gold again. So there's 1,000,000 already. Sorry. Get too excited. No? Alright. That guy's got to quit going off on his own, man. Especially in these later levels. There's no shame in hanging out with the team. Because it can get thick. I don't know why you were stuck there, but hey, whatever. Alright. I don't know if these guys got drawn up here from the last fight or what. Oh, look, now I'm prey, but unfortunately everything's dead. I am prey, I meant Glay. Yeah. Oh, you got her? Okay. Uh-oh. Got a little dicey. So I do like this last dagger. It's a very quick problem solver. When you got little red bar enemies like that, it's not so much. But these guys... you usually take care of them pretty quick. I got a little more hurt than I would have preferred, but it is what it is. So the reward here at the end could be 1,000,000 gold, and that would make me happy. That was neat. Just plop down in the box like that, like he's sitting. I'm sorry. I'm a child. What's going on, Skilly? Farming for last dagger, hell yeah. Yeah, the problem is that you're down in normal in order. Uh-oh. I'm in danger, she said.
We're picking up a signal whose power capabilities are off the scale.
But yeah, that can be... Hi. That can be a pain in the ass down in even a normal... It's not that you're going to get hurt. It's just that, like you said, man, it's... How did that happen? It's mind-numbing. Well, we got 3.5 million gold. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. That take us over 40? Sure does. 42. Holy cow. Going to Albion. Yeah, last stagger farming. So you got to go do those normal missions. The way I did it, um, I went and did like each one of the missions, and then I waited till I got two. If I got two of the drops, then I'd move on to the next mission and the next one. And once I got to that last one, which is the landing strip one, as soon as I got my first part that I could actually make the gun, I came back and made it. Then went back and got the second one I needed. But yeah, it can be heartbreaking. But at least you can, I think, can you target response this? Let's find out. The last dagger. How do I get? Sure can. So you could at least target it. That way you, if you don't get it, you know, at least it's something. I think this does like a 33%, so it's not too bad. But yeah, these missions, so this transport route wasn't too bad. This one, oh, dude. So this one, targeting system doesn't work. It works. I was using it earlier on a part. But on this one, you got to come down here, and you got to go all the way down here, and then you got to do all this and do all this stuff in this area, and you got to do a little thing, and then the explosions. It's terrible. Not one I liked. The one that's on the tree, ugh. Because this one is the one where you've got the three little spots that you have to take over. One's here, one's like right in there, and the other one's over here. And that was pretty gross. But that's at least for the nanotubes. And finally for this guy. Didn't bother me. This is the landing strip where you get this one, you got to come all this way and then come back and you get it up in here. That one wasn't too bad. Just have bad luck. Yeah, we've all been there, buddy. We have all been there. Oh, let me remove that. I guess technically I don't need these anymore. I leave the quantum crystals up because I like to know once I hit the 65,000, I go over there and make a bunch of reactor enhancement parts. But what did we end up? 26. Not the best, not the worst, but like I said, I'm glad we got that money in there. I think we might just run that thing again. There you go, man. Caffeine's the answer. I'm running off of brownies and Dr. Pepper myself right now. It was taco night tonight, though. Normally that's a Tuesday thing, but we did it Wednesday. I guess it's technically not taco night for me. I make burritos. Mrs. Rabbit eats tacos. But since this is somewhat mindless, I was looking at that name, Firebits. That's funny. We can talk about some stuff. One thing that bothers me about this game, and I think it's going to be up there. I was wrong. Coming from Destiny, one thing that I'll give Destiny credit for, and of course I'm going to dog on them about it as well, but their lore was incredible. You know, every gun, like in this one, every gun has a lore on it, but they could expand that. I mean, there were stories, if you're familiar with... Oh, second round was up there. Like The Last Word and Thorn. Just 2 hand cannons. And the background on those things was incredible. The whole dredging groups and the first Guardian that didn't die. I mean, it was crazy the way they... Sorry. It's crazy how in depth they got in that stuff. And while lore isn't necessary, it does help with the overall... I don't need those parts. It does help with the overall immersion of your game. So, you know, Oh, bye. We really got to sit here this whole time? You know what? They might have disconnected. I shouldn't be mean. If they disconnected, they can't help it. But if they just rolled out, that's kind of douchey. But anyway, yes. So the lore in Destiny was incredible. Unfortunately, they couldn't keep themselves straight. They kept changing directions, changing writers, changing group. So much of it got lost and scrap piled, and then they reused something. But even so, with all the mess, it was still incredible. Cade 6, baby. Yep. And the whole, you know, Ace with the diaries and stuff. I mean, it doesn't make sense if you never played Destiny, but just trust me, there was so much going on lore-wise in that game. You're not allowed to have shields. And like I said, it really didn't... It added a lot to the gameplay. And when Cade died, spoiler alert, it's been like 10 years, so if you didn't know that, I don't know. There were a lot of people that took some real emotional damage on that. I was surprised they did it. I mean, kind of saw the need for one of the major characters to go the way their storylines were doing. Hey, he did just disconnect. See? That's why you don't be mean right out of the gate, guys. Sometimes things happen and people can't help it. Where'd you go? But, yeah, so there were a lot of people that had a lot of problems emotionally when Cade died. And, damn it, got more of those adjustment things. But that's one of the things that keeps people from coming, keeps people coming back. And this game's got a huge potential for lore that they just don't make use of. Where's everybody going? I stick with the group. Oh. Yep. We win together, everybody. But, yeah, that kind of lore building would be great. Now, let's take a look at some examples here. Alpha and Jeremy were the only 2 descendants that couldn't see or talk to the guide. Why? I don't know. We don't know. Are they going to ever tell us? Are they going to continue with it? Don't know. Just like, hey, accept it. Jeremy was kind of a douchebag that no one seemed to like, but they kept him around anyway. Didn't really understand that, but apparently him and Keelan from this Void Vessel missions and all that, apparently those two were like best buds. Why? Are they going to cover it? Are we going to talk about it, or is it just a thing, just whatever? Like, it seems like they take those first couple steps, but then they just kind of walk away. Oh, Whiskey's over here kicking ass by himself. But yeah, I mean, like, what's with the storytelling? Yeah, I didn't even get over here to do anything. But we got 300k gold, so it worked out well. But yeah, so it also is the result of kind of caring about your game. That you invest. Uh-oh. You in your map, bro, or what? Might have been. But yeah, it's things like that. It just seems like it's such a wasted opportunity to kind of make this game grow. One thing, I was actually watching another streamer. I'm not going to mention names because we're not shouting out people or doing anything, especially not without permission. But I was talking about where this game's going and what, the numbers are down, can it be saved, etc. And one of the big things that I brought up in that, and I was talking about it, was why do we care about the things that we're doing? I can't honestly say I care about what I'm doing right now. I want to do this. I want to have gold so that my life's a little easier when the new season starts. And I want this gun because it's a really good gun and it'll help me kill a bad guy faster. But I honestly don't care. And if I don't get it, it's not the end of the world. You need to quit stunning me, sir. Thank you. Stop throwing these things. Anyway. But yeah, it doesn't... couldn't hook them. It really doesn't matter to me. I don't care about Brayna. I don't care about Alpha. I don't care about Jeremy. Dude. I care about bouncing around like that. Ugh. And yeah, I don't care. It's just I'm just doing this to have fun. It's mindless fun.
We've detected an enemy unit with abnormally strong readings. Identification, commander of the defensive forces.
Oh, there's two of them. So that's one thing that I'm kind of hoping we do. We're going into the Sigma sector. Does anybody really know what that is? More of those parts. Damn it. How does it affect us? What is it doing? I've seen Sigma sector mentioned a whole bunch when you do Void Erosion Purge. They say, oh, if we don't stop it, it's going to be just like Sigma sector. Like, really? What's that like? Because you guys really didn't tell me. Is this guy... I think somebody's in their menu way too often. Oh my gosh. Which one of you guys is throwing those fireball things? Okay, a little irritated about that. We'll go this way. Try to help keep somebody on their feet a little longer if we can. Ah, more of these fireballs. Alright. Some health and gold run here. Get them, Roach. Get it. Get it. Cool. Shoot. I don't know. They seem to stand around a lot. They might be having system troubles. I know if you had an early disconnect, the presence of several Frenas probably ain't helping you very much. Alright, last one. Wow. Yeah, it's slowing down mightily for me. But I'm not about to have a disconnect problem here. Florida got kicked again. Might be an older gen console that notoriously would have trouble running all of these graphics and damage numbers. I don't know. I'm also not that invested to find out, to be honest. But anyway. So yeah, I would like to see a revival of that, or at least, you know, why don't we try to advance on that? Because I think one of the issues is there's just no reason to care. It's literally a single player looter shooter now. Like, ooh, hey now. A little dicey. These guys are just helping me finish this mission. That's it. I don't know them. We're not going to do another mission afterwards. As soon as we get this last piece done, we all go our separate ways, and that's all she wrote. And that's not healthy. Oh yes, I do have a perfect last dagger, but well, it's not perfect. It's very close. Still got a little bit of work to put into it. But I do have a second one. But this I'm just working on because I switched it from electric damage for Defiler. Tormentor's going to be toxic, so that's why we're progressing this thing. All we did was change some module slots. Oh, hi, little guy. You. Die. Oh my gosh. We got a ton of these. We only got 1.7 gold for 15 minutes worth of work. That's terrible. But yeah. So like Florida's already gone. Firebits is here. Firebits wants to do the high five. Shit, yeah, buddy. And he's gone. And here I am alone. So oh, the enhancement mod, chill to electric. Yeah, I initially was a fire. I liked fire and I liked electric. I didn't really do much with chill, but just the freezing aspect when you get some of them higher tier enemies just helps buy enough time to to either get rid of them or outmaneuver them. Doesn't really work on commanders that well. But, how we doing, by the way? 37. Okay. Almost 45. Liking that. So, so yeah, we're at 37 right now. 37 and a half. I'm not going back into a special op. That's going to take too long to finish off what this is. So we are going to go to infiltrations. Oh, Magister Lab. Look at that. Okay, so under a 400 dungeon for Magister Lab, you're going to get 200 XP. That should be enough to top this weapon off. Let's go ahead and see. And Magister Lab takes no time at all. Magister's Lab is also great because you get your Slayer sets, and this is where you get your Executioner patterns. That's why I have so many, because we ran the hell out of this to get Haley. Now, one of the things with Inez, she's got to build up for her snares. And I want her to have them. At least one of them should have one when they get up here. Yep, at least one did. They should be built up now. Oh, wow. This is hurting the system. That's kind of a wasted snare. But more power to you. Oh, I probably should be holding this gun if I want to XP it. You do get XP going through all these things, but the majority of it does come here at the end. Always hit me with them creepy things. And maximum level. So, yep, that worked out still. Usually good for 3 levels, even if you're... Yeah, I'm starting to wonder if I'm the problem, Skilly. I've been lagging multiple times here. Oh, look at that. We got a GG, so I shall return. Oh. There you go. Okay, back to Albion. So we hit level 40. That's going to let us do our second rutile slot. And then this gun will be ready, at least I think, to see what it can do against Tormentor. So much booty in this game. Good lord. Just trying to shoot aliens in the face. Okay. So here we have this. We're going to go to module settings. This is the one that we need to worry about. And we also don't have an upgraded poison priority, so we're going to have to do that. But we will assign the slot to you. to you, and this way we're not double packing anything heavy. There we go. We still got 20 catalysts. I can handle it. Now, unfortunately, some of the money we just made, we got to go and spend it on that module that we've never used. Again, was not a toxic fan.
Well,
And
you're here for modules, right?
I am, yes. I can't say that we're actually gonna be after this. Sometimes the weak 2 doesn't translate into takes a bunch of damage from. So, but here, and let's just go ahead. It's only going to cost us 2 million. Still, we'll still be over 40. I wanted to be between 40 and 50, and I've also got 5 million I can go snag from the invasions. So that's actually pretty good. Yep, let's enhance. Now, like I said, even though that gun is at a proficiency 1, it's not hindered at all. It's not like the way Descendants are. So, but yeah. So now we've got a Tormentor build that we're going to try out. Like I said, it's nothing different than the Defiler, except the Poison and Toxic are taking the place of the Electric and Electric. So, otherwise, it's really the same gun. This is built for Glay. I use this Ultra Precision and then also the Mental Focus. The reason I say built for Glay is when firing, you get a bonus attack on your firearm for up to 2 seconds, up to 150 stacks. It removes the effect when reloading or changing the firearm. Well, guess who doesn't have to reload? Yeah, Glay. So, on a gun that has 12 bullets, there's no point in putting this on there. Because, 12 bullets, by the time you get the buff, you're going to be reloading. You can build this to have like 60 to 70 rounds, which would extend that. But, to be honest, I mean, build it till it can do what you need it to do, and then don't go anything crazier than that. Although it would be neat to change those fire rates over to magazine. Same thing with, oops, sorry. Ooh, we almost unregistered it. I'm just knocking out. We're done. You get the idea. You know what I was talking about. Yeah, switch it to as many rounds per magazine buffs as we could to see how many we can get in that thing. And then use it with Mental Focus, but not totally required. So, there we go. We have got ourselves our Tormentor build. We'll see how this works. Maybe we'll have to change it. Since it's so much similar, I'll probably go ahead and just get rid of the Defiler build because I know all I need to do is work the electrics into there. And it won't be too hard to figure out where these things go in order to do that. But if we don't have to, we will keep it. So while we're here, I'm going to get rid of this junk. Boop. See if we got anything good. No. No, no, no. Surprise, we got nothing good. Component farming, dude. Component farming is terrible. Okay, so we do have to spend some time over here. Before we do that, I have to come over here. And we actually have several guns. So we did save one. They have to be unmarked in order to transition them in. But we are going to go to level transmission. And we got our level 1 gun. And it only costs us one of these things. Not bad at all. Oh, it's telling us the difference. Look at that. 230 explosive attack up to 109,000. Hey, leave that kitty alone, buddy. Boop. Okay. So there's that. And now we're going to enhance the ability. And this is the one we want to keep. And that's the one we want to stuff in there. I'll spend 50K. Alright, there we go. One down. So yeah, one in there. We've also got one cooking, and we've got the components and materials to make two more. So we are golden. Hooray. So those are the things that we started car. Hell yeah, Dune. Give you credit, man. Okay, so that's where we are. Fire rate X. Oh, dude. I don't think I have any cores that I can drop into this.
If you need something for battle, you won't find anyone better.
Where you at? Oh, it's under 2. That's what was messing with me. Fire rate. Yep, I've got nothing there, and then I need firearm attack, and I've got nothing there. So yep, those are the only 2 stats that I need to work on. Three of them are maximum percentage. Because for these guys here, 20% is the highest fire rate. So this one came out max. And then for firearm attack, it's 80%. 2 out of the 3. And this one's 78. Not bad. So I'm only 2% below. And only 2% below here. So can't complain. And that hip fire build is definitely working out in my favor. The only problem with it is I'm too stupid to use the hip fire option. I still try to ADS. So we're gonna go here. Go bring up some glay action again. That's funny. Asking if someone can help kill a hard Colossus in 15 seconds. And now he's doing Void Purge. So here, tell you what we're going to do. Oh, there's a completed research. Look at that. We're going to take click, click, boom. Here's the fun part of this. It's a Colossus build. 28,000, almost 29,000 on that. Have not spent the cores on it like I should, but numbers are still kind of okay. But Haley Monster is going to come in here. Let's go to Pyro, I think. Yep, I got some. Yeah, 1.3 million damage. DPS. Okay. All right, good luck farming, buddy. I hope it works out. Let's see. So we get our gun. And we just run out, take our position, which is right, I don't know, about here. As soon as he appears, snap. Let him get a little bit settled.
Over limit freeze. Mission accomplished, HQ. First next operation.
5 seconds, right? Okay. So, yeah, buddy, I don't think anybody's going to be able to help you with that one. Does not seem to be working. Huh. All I want is the 20% catalyst blueprint, but I guess we're getting some enhanced clay. We get any good pieces? Well, that's not bad. Oh, sorry. We'll take another look at that one. It's poo, poo, poo. No. Yeah, 35. Well, we got one that's semi-decent. Would love to have seen that shield as an ultimate, but can't win them all. So I got one component out of that. Get anything here? I love the cost. Fortunately, blue range ain't gonna cut it. Not compared to what I already have. I didn't think about this guy being a decent farm for reactors. I don't really need it, but so we're gonna keep doing this. It's a little mindless, so it's not too bad. I just done enough void purge for those weapon cores. My heart's just not in it, you know. Oh, we might do one or two. I had an experience last night. I was playing, and somebody put up in the recruitment chat that they needed somebody to do void purges 12 through 20, and they needed someone to bring DPS. So I was like, all right, I can do that. So we grabbed Glaive, grabbed our last dagger, we went in, and I kind of, you know, mix and match there. Sometimes I would clear the hell out of rooms. If somebody went down, we'd go into destructive mode. What's the other one? Is the other one giving me... Oh, we get that, yeah. Nope. Well, I don't need those, but whatever. But yeah, so basically I don't like the concept of a carry. If you play with me, I would prefer that you participate, you learn, maybe we make some adjustments. My goal in helping somebody is I want to help them do something that if I leave, they still have a chance of being able to do it now. The guys that the players were a little fragile, you know, it's Italian. They were a little fragile, especially at the latter stages. But you know what, that happens. But wow, I whipped the hell out of that one and that one. Oh my god. I mean, thankfully I got enough. Sitting here thinking, yapping, instead of paying the hell attention. Anyway, red module. But yep, they just wanted somebody to do the DPS because they were struggling with it. So I went in and helped them. And after we were done, they were like, thanks for your help. And they rolled. I don't blame them. I mean, do what you want. You asked me to help you get through level 20. We actually did 21. Yeah, and then that was it. And then now they're gone. I didn't send friend requests. They didn't either. That can't be what co-op play ends up being. It's got to be a little more. And the reason I'm saying that is I'm talking about longevity of the game. A reason to come back and play. Not the red one. Cool. More restored relic parts. Thought we got past that. But we'll stand here for a bit while we yap because it seems like shooting stuff. I'm not able to talk that much. Anyway, but yeah, so there's got to be more to the co-op play than just that type of experience. Hey, can you help us get us through this? Sure. Bye. I mean, it's good that they asked for help. It's good that I could, was on and could help them out. Hoping they learned a couple things. Um, their movement was pretty good, which is key in, learning how to do the void erosion if you don't have a character that could just stomp murder their way through it. But between the recruitment tab and support requests, what other co-op option is there? I don't consider public matchmaking cooperative play because you just do things without ever talking to anybody, and you're not coordinating, you're not learning anything, you're simply just doing a mission as quickly as possible and then you drive on. Like, I don't even remember the names of the people I did that Magister lab with. I know the one guy said GG, but I don't remember their names. I don't remember anything about them. And it's lonely, it's part of playing games like this is, again, I'm going back to what I know, but playing Destiny, a lot of my Destiny time was helping other people and playing with other people and people helping me. And those are some of the best times I've had. And there is the potential in this game for that. It is very similar in aspects like, a lot of times this game's compared to Warframe because of the modules and the reactors. But as far as like the playing, I can see a lot of Destiny in it. Whereas, oh, buddy, you calm down. Whereas you look at a map and you go here, and here you've got your public events and your little missions that you do, and etc. And then you've got oh, he's gonna cry now. Stop crying. He hears me talking about Destiny, so he doesn't want me to do that. Let's go to Fortress. So like right here, this is a strike, whereas that would be in what you see in Destiny. There are no raids. There don't need to be. There doesn't need to be. Because it's just adding levels of complication to a game that some people can't seem to figure out yet. I don't claim to know everything, but I do at least want to try. But anyway, that's a whole nother topic. But yeah, so I mean, just public matchmaking is the only option we've got here for any kind of co-op play. You saw me doing the support requests, and I did, I don't know, 10 amongst the 3 missions and only got 1 response. And that person came in, we did a quick emote, and then they're gone. So I don't know, man. There's got to be more for cooperative play than what we've got here. Otherwise, we're just going to continue to run around in the solo aspect or doing the publics and not talking and not caring. I remember they were talking about clans in one of the developer talks. And they're like, oh, are you going to have clans in there in the game? And there's 3 things that I want to say about that. Number 1, the answer was they had no plans of adding that into the game. And the way it was answered and the expressions on their faces, it was kind of like they hadn't even thought of it. Like it was such a foreign claim, like a foreign idea. Like, what? Why would we do that? No one in the entire development stage ever even mentioned this. It was just the feeling I got from the expressions on their face when they were asked that question. Shh, buddy, I'm talking. But that's number 1. Number 2, there's nothing in this game that you really need that for. The content is not hard enough to warrant a continuation of existing, like, large group of friends like that. If you just have three friends who play regularly, similar to you, same time zone ish type things, you can get through most of this content easy peasy. Um, Destiny at least had like the raids and Grandmaster Nightfalls and some things that required a lot more coordination and effort. We don't have that in this. Um, Even the 400 dungeons aren't anything. And I don't think if they make an 800 dungeon that it's gonna help. Um, I know they said in this new update that this new area is going to be much more difficult and such. And is it? Is it going to be that kind of difficult where we're going to start having to, team composition is going to matter and we're going to have some tactics and some strategy? Or is it just going to be, we're going to add defense modifiers and HP modifiers on the bad guys and skills do 50% less? I mean, it's not going to require a high level of coordination in a group. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that that's why you have to have those kind of things. You can have a group of friends, similar play styles, similar mannerisms, like hanging out, talk, and they could do low level content. I've done that for plenty of times, but the fact that there's just really no content that supports the need to have in-game clans kind of hinders it, and it's also, I think, why they were so averse to the idea. It was so alien. They were just like, what do you need that for? But the other thing, well, let me review the fact that, number one, they were so averse to it. Number two, there's nothing in here that really seems to need it. And number three is, I look at like what it would take for them to put something like that into this game, and look at how, basically we're down to a recruitment tab and support requests for piddly missions. Um, Other games have places you can go to Discords, do LFGs, etc. But I don't count uh, the outside methods that we create on our own. If I have a Discord server and you can jump on there and find people to help you with stuff, or I can help you with stuff, or you can help me with stuff, or whatever. The effort that we're putting into creating a team in the game doesn't get credit for that. We do. Um, the recruitment tab isn't very far from that. I mean, it just sits there empty unless somebody puts in, hey, I need help, or I'm wanting to help people. And the support tab is kind of the same thing, where, as you can see, it sits idle unless somebody comes up and says, hey, I need help. But, they got to give us reasons to play. And they got to give us reasons to play with other people. Um, it's not up to me to make these happen. Now, the thing about it is, I will definitely do it. I will make it happen. I'll find reasons to play with other people. I'll help other people out. I'll ask for help if I need it. But I can't be the only method. These guys need to put something in their game that's going to work in a better way. And I don't know if you create that and then you create the content that warrants it, or if they need to come up with better content to facilitate such a thing. But they got to give us a reason to care, and they got to give us a reason to play with other people. Um, Otherwise, what's the point of all this? It's just running around. Um, the stream I was watching earlier, a person said that people will always want to tinker with with a module, or they'll want to tinker with a gun and try to make it the best it possibly can. And once they get to what they think is the best,
You'll need to pay.
then they're probably gonna sorry they're probably going to maybe see if there's another way to do it and tinker with it a little bit. And he said, never underestimate ingenuity. People are always going to want the best in slot gear. And I don't necessarily know if that's the truth. I think that's the last thing I need to make. I hope so, otherwise I just made something stupid. But honestly, my pursuit of it is I want whatever I need to get the job done. Yeah, I did need to make that. I got extra blueprints. If I can get something like I just did the perfect gun for the last dagger, I'm still not even done with it. But inside, I'm kind of done with it. It cost way too much. I had the extra gold just stockpiled up to an extent. I mean, I had to tone back some spending and changing things, and I am a little concerned depending on how quickly some of this other stuff drops. We're going to be making, adjusting, and coring and doing all sorts of great things. It's going to go quick. It usually does in the very beginning. But, what am I going to do? Perfect a gun, at least as far as I'm concerned. What's perfect for me? I'm going to do one gun every season. Or am I going to jump on here and, farm as many invasions, which I have to do, by the way, tonight. But do all the invasions to make sure I get that 5 million every day, and that way I get 35 million. And I mean, it cost me just the first day of spinning that other gun was that last dagger was 88 million. I haven't done the total yet, but I think by the time I got that hip fire perk, I think I was maybe another at least 10, at least 12 million in upfront price and materials. So it cost me 100 million gold just to make the percentages on a gun the highest they can be when they really don't need to be. I mean, is that what we're left with? Is that what it's all about? Kind of depressing myself. The reason I'm talking about this is because numbers are down. So when you look at the Steam charts, I think it dropped below 10K daily players. To put that into perspective, at any given moment, Marvel Rivals has 200,000. And of course, Steam charts is just your PC players, so it doesn't take into account your consoles. But there's no reason to think that consoles are any different than your PC players. I mean, I think it's close enough for the assumption. So, there's 600,000 people playing Marvel Rivals right now. And at most, there's like 25,000 people playing this game. That is a huge difference. And it's things like that that are going to affect the future of the game. Is this new season, this 2.2, is this going to be a make or break? I don't think it's going to be a make or break, but it's definitely going to set a tone. And new areas that they say are more difficult. They said Void Purge was going to be difficult. All it is the same thing. Make your gun as strong as possible and bully your way through it. A new Void Abyss, I could kill this one in 5 seconds. So it's going to take me 10. I'll get you in just a second. Let me finish my rant and then we'll go outside. I promise. Good. All right. Arcade tuning has some potential. It's going to let us customize characters because, to be honest with you, when you look at builds, you look at some of the builds I have and some of the other content creators, there's minor differences, but some things are, always the same. There's always nimble fingers. There's always concentration priority. There's always either increased HP or increased defense. You know, it's the same core elements with a few minor tweaks that honestly doesn't make enough of a difference to consider it something brand new. It's just a slight variation of what everybody else is using. So, I mean, the arcade tuning has the potential to allow a certain amount of customization that's going to make my character and your character completely different and act completely different and do different things. I just hope that we don't fall into the trap of make it the biggest glass cannon or the heaviest tank that's ever been made, and that's the only two options. There's just no room in the game for anything in between. I think it's definitely going to tell a tale, though. It's I hope they succeed. Don't get me wrong. I am not talking bad. I like playing this game. I'm having tons of fun. Um, I've all but given up on Marathon, so this is where I live right now. I want to go back to Destiny or Call of Duty, either one of those two. No interest there. Um, so here we are. Never played Monster Hunter, so not a route I want to jump into. Although it seems like a lot of people are having fun with it, so maybe if the rug comes out from under us, then maybe that's where I'll go. But I hope not. I really, really hope not. Um, I just think there's some very core issues that need to be addressed that they're going to have to take a look at. And I don't know if they are. We'll see. One thing I can guarantee you, though, is I will be putting up a rant video if they dump this content tomorrow. And by Saturday, they're apologizing for its levels of difficulties and they're going to make changes to it because that is horrible. It's been horrible since they started doing it. Um, yeah, I just don't change the content. Let us figure it out. We'll be able to figure it out. Maybe there's some slight issues, maybe there's some small things, but nerfing content within the first 24, 48 hours, no, 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 no. But I gotta take a break. I gotta take his dog out before he dies because you can hear him. He's dying. Are you dying? Want to say hi to the people? Huh? Want to say hi? No? Because I'm making fun of you. You know? All right. I gotta take him out. So I want to hit an intermission and I'll be back in a bit. Okay, we're back. We are back. You know what? I'm going to continue on the rant here a little bit about content. Uh, Hopefully, don't ruffle any feathers. Let me explain. Um, I don't understand why they're nerfing certain content so badly. Let's take it. Perfect examples are the Colossi battles. Um, I fought every one of the Colossi when they were in their heyday, when they were as strong as they originally were, before they started making changes to them. So we're talking Frostwalker when his spin around at super speeds, it was real hard to hit his knees. When he would freeze you at like the 6.5, 7 minute mark. Um, and he was tough, took a lot of damage. And there were a lot of failures as I toned myself, tuned my characters, learned, got the mechanics down. And now he's a joke compared to what he used to be. And I don't understand why. Um, I know they wanted to make them soloable, which did definitely help with some of the journal entries where you got to remove parts and things like that. Because once we got strong enough, these younger guys like Dead Bride, Executioner, it's really hard to remove parts when Haley's sniping the crap out of him. But regardless, when they made these changes, specifically to Frostwalker, Gluttony, Molten Fortress, etc., I don't understand why they couldn't do a normal and then a hard mode and just move what he was originally built as into the hard category like we do with um, so much of this content. Where you can go in under, like Void Vessel, you can do normal or hard. So bring back the old Frostwalker, full power, freezing you, spinning around like a top, and make that a hard mode. Well, I guess they already have a hard and normal for Colossi, so whatever you want to call it. But bring back the original ones and, I don't know, better tier rewards, more rewards, whatever. But it's kind of depressing fighting these guys now. Um, couldn't tell you the last time I even saw Gluttony close to firing his cannon and freezing the team, and that used to happen, 50% of the time. He would start to wipe Mechanicus. And then they changed him to where his gun's barely charging. And they made the impurities even more effective, so he's not charging as fast, and we can cool him down faster. And it used to be where, if you went into Gluttony and you saw a Valby in there, you were sigh of relief because, you're assuming that they're doing this fight with the Spiral Tidal Wave, and that's going to kind of make it doable. And as long as the team kind of worked together, even on a basic level, we could get it done. Without a Valby, man, had to work at it. And those were some of the best kills I've ever had with these guys. And I didn't mind the fact that, I would go in and I was undergeared, underpowered, I wasn't built right. It gave me something to do. I would take a look like, all right, let's see what's wrong here. And I could look up information, I could talk to other people. Now, there's just no need. There's just no need. And we can go on. Molten Fortress is a joke. Everything that was difficult about Molten Fortress was taken out. And when you really look at it, all it took was minor coordination with the team. It's just 6 towers. I don't understand why that was such an issue. Now, when they made him solo, obviously they're going to have to make some changes, but that could be your for lack of a better term, that could be your easy mode. Here's the Colossi. You can go get the kill. You can roughly learn about the mechanics, and then let's do the hard mode where this is how he was originally built, it's going to be tougher. I'm not sure why we can't have two buttons and have two versions. And maybe that takes up too much space. Maybe that's. I'm not a programmer. Hell, I wouldn't know. But I just don't understand why they spent so much time building these things and then right out of the gate just change them so quickly. Um, if you're going to play video games, especially games like these, you need to be able to say to yourself, I'm not good enough. Whether it's I'm not skilled enough, I don't have the right build, I don't have the right equipment, I don't know the mechanics. Whatever the reason is, you need to be able to say that to yourself and then start fixing what's wrong in order to get it cleared. And that's really all it is. There's not anything in this game. I saw a reel from a content creator who was talking. He was playing Warframe, and he was playing it, and he says, for the longest time I didn't play Warframe because anytime I saw a video, it looked like this. And he was sitting there playing, he was just doing his normal thing, and then he's like, yeah, anytime I was playing, it looked like this. And they're jumping and dodging and swinging and grapples and spinning and doing all this crazy stuff and jumping up and down. And he's like, and I just looked at it and I thought, dude, there's no way I can do this. I don't even know what's going on. It doesn't look fun at all. So, I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm just pipe dreaming here, but I would love to see the older content at its max as they created it back in the game as a selectable option and up the rewards, whether they're better quality awards or more of them. Give us the option to go back to the way it was. And I think the more that people do that and learn it and realize that it wasn't so bad, it wasn't so hard, then, it's a win for everybody. There were certain things that for Colossi that needed to be addressed and needed to be changed. I'll give you a perfect example. I'll give you two examples. Number one, early days, Fighting Dead Bride. She zipped herself so far away, none of us could even, dude, she was so far away. And once you get to a certain point, there are no platforms for us to stand on. We can't get to her. And she's over there just hovering in the air and shooting. And we lost a good minute of that fight before she decided to teleport back at least to within range. So, okay, you want to nerf her to the point where she can't go that far out of bounds. That's great. Keep her in the fight, Another issue I had was with Swamp Walker. When he would reach his frenzy mode, he stops, squats down, the little things pop out of his knees, and you got to blow him up in order to get him out of his frenzy. And he had gotten close enough to the architecture, one of those broken pillar looking things, that when he squatted down, his whole kneecap, most of his knee was inside the architecture of the map. And it's just me and some public people, we couldn't blow up that last little canister on his knee to get him out of frenzy. We were trying skills, we were trying guns. There was a Glay in there, she was doing her rockets. The architecture protected him, and we ended up all just having to leave because we couldn't do anything. He's not going to come out of frenzy until we break that last piece. And because he was stationary and it was inside the pillar things, excuse me, okay, so if you need to make a change to where you make sure that he doesn't squat down inside the architecture, that's great. Make it, hard coded. He has to be able to destroy it, but if he's touching it with his knee, then it needs to be destroyed. Okay, yeah, I get that. But why did we change Molten Fortress? Is it just because as teams we could figure out how to point 6 towers in the same direction quickly? I mean, that's not an issue with the coding. That's not an issue that breaks the game. That is an issue of people not communicating and not working together, whether they know how to do it or not. But they took it away. They dropped it down. It's terrible. I can go in right now and solo Molten Fortress. That used to be a stopping point. I can go in right now and solo Frostwalker. That used to be a stopping point. Gluttony, stopping point. Now, all these things can be done by yourself now with very minimal effort. No chance you're going to die. It might take you a little longer, but I remember the issue I had with Molten Fortress was I'd waited a little too long to try to break his. In the journal, you have to remove parts and destroy parts. Destroying parts is not hard. Removing them's a different story. When you would drop in with a Glay and 2 Haleys, and he's dying in 15 to 20 seconds. So the fact that I could solo him when they opened it up, I thought, okay, well, how are they going to do these towers? Because that used to be the problem. Now it's just once you get it in the right direction, it stays in that direction. It's whatever. But it helped me out for that aspect. That's my own fault for waiting so long. I would suggest when they drop new, like I need to get in there and do the Deathstalker chess pieces before they nerf the crap out of Deathstalker if they come out with a new one. Looks like these Void Abyss ones are taking the place of that, but yeah, so when Solo came out for Molten Fortress, I was like, great, I'll be able to get those removals, and I did. But the problem with it was the old one wasn't there anymore, and it was this very easy to defeat with no coordination whatsoever. And it's just gone now. I don't know. I think challenging content is a good thing. You have to know your place in the rankings, you know. Um, I used to play Call of Duty, and I can guarantee you with 100% certainty that you would never see me in the top 250 lists. Never going to happen. I'm just not capable of doing it. Physically, reactively, dedication wise, desire. I had none of the things that are going to be required to get up into that list. Now, did you have to be in the top 250 to play the game? Well, absolutely not. But I know my place. I'm not. I'm never going to be number 10 in the world in this game. So, I mean, if you go in and do a fight and you can't beat it, you need to recognize why. You need to sit back, take a good look, and be like, okay, what am I doing wrong? And answers are out there. I recently had a guy I was playing with this. Well, it wasn't recently, it was a little while ago, but he was having trouble with Defiler. So we went in, and he was indeed having trouble with Defiler. If he got taken down, it was hard to get him back up because if the poison's out, or if you take the shots, or if the rockets are coming down, just about everything would kill him. And what had happened there was he had, watched a YouTube video of somebody who made a glass cannon build, and he had it pretty well down, but he wasn't a glass cannon kind of fighter, and it wasn't working. So we sat down, we made a few changes, we took a look at this, let's look at that, we were on comms, it was great, we went right back in, and he got his first kill. And then we killed him probably like 10 more times. So see, that's what I'm talking about, is it wasn't that he's a bad player. It wasn't that he needed to get good. It was just simply, you need to be pointing left. You're currently pointing right. Let's get you pointing left and let's see what happens. And then it was none. It was nothing. And people need to take that time. You need to be able to look at yourself and say, I'm doing something wrong. Something is not right. How can I fix this? And be willing to do it. There were plenty videos out about these Colossi fights. And some of them were were not correct. Like, they kind of didn't understand what they were talking about, but they were, for the most part, right, and you could get through it. And then there are some people out there that not only give you the exact 100% correct information, this is what happens, they'll show you the build they used, the guns they used, and how they used them. All of us have had that experience where you copy somebody's build and it doesn't work at all the way you saw it. Like, dude, I copied your build and I can't do what you're doing. Well, that's because you're not doing the same thing that person's doing. Builds are great, but playstyle is part of it as well. And, we, as a community, we need to start to being able to say, hey, you know, I hate saying get good because it's just a generalized and, for the most part, negative comment. But straighten out, I don't know, right the ship, whatever you want to say. But we basically need to be able to recognize our own problems, our own shortcomings, and how to fix them. Uh, Trust me, if I can succeed in this game to the point I have, anybody can. Um, Not that I'm stupid or great or bad or whatever. I think I'm a little above average. A lot of my gameplay is just me farting around. If I really have to get serious, I can. And I can do the spinning and the dodging and the swinging, but it doesn't require it of me. So I don't have to. Why bother doing it if you don't have to? But stop judging me, Glay. But yeah, I think that's what's going to need to happen. And I always get a sense of dread when we're looking at a new season because I hope within the first 4 hours people aren't crying about how it's too difficult. The devs screwed it up because these guys are very quick to say, "Oh, we're sorry you're having trouble," and then change everything. Um, I think it's cool that they recognize that and they say, "Hey, we're sorry that you're having difficulties," and that's a full stop right there. I'm sorry you're having difficulties, but I don't know what else to say to you except figure it out. Go find somebody that can help you figure it out. Look online, um, ask in chat, spend more time reading yourself. Whatever you have to do to figure out what the issue is and resolve it. And then it's just nothing. It's just nothing. Um, you watch my content. Why can I jump into a two-man group doing uh, Void Purge from 12 to 21? That right there. This right here. It's nothing special. I'm built to do 30. So of course I can do 12 through 20, I'm incredibly overpowered for it. It's achievable. But anyway, so it's 10 o'clock. I'm not sure when the server maintenance window is coming up. I know it's going to be down for a while. I am Eastern United States, so it has an 8 a.m. start for me. I unfortunately am not popular enough and famous enough to be able to do this as a living, so I have a job that I have to go to every day. Well, 5 days a week. Um, I'm not complaining about that, but hey, if you want to get the word out, and I'll set up a Patreon and we can do super chats and I'll multi-stream and we'll do all sorts of crazy stuff. And if you guys want to pay me to just sit here and play games, I actually really, really kick ass on it. We'll shift it into high gear. But I will be at work when the update drops. Destiny taught me not to play as soon as an update is finished. It's better to use scouts and let other people get upset that there's login queues and things aren't working and there's issues. And hopefully by the time I get home, everything will be straightened out. We'll install the update once we get home, and then we'll be in there and playing. Things I'm interested in, of course, Tormentor, new Colossi. That's going to be great. Unlocking Serena, getting my hands on a new Descendant. That's going to be awesome. Any weapons that drop, definitely want to be tracking after the weapons. I want to check out the new RK tuning and see what that's all about. Good chance that I'm not going to understand it. So I will do some research on that. Some other people that are more apt at the games than I am to help point me in the right direction, and I'll get it figured out, and then we'll be right there with everybody else. But like I'd said in my description, if things go well enough, hell, maybe we'll fire up the stream and do a little live action figuring things out, and maybe not. Depends. Like I said, Destiny taught me not to expect to be able to log in right after they finish the update and play. I wanted to be an Iron Lord, but I had to wait 6 hours for them to straighten everything out. Oh, Bungie, you bastards. Anyway, so we're going to call it a night there, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Skilly, thanks for dropping by. This is good talking to you again, buddy. But hope your farming's doing well. We're at about 140, I think 139 subscribers, which is awesome. Thank you so much, everybody. Really do appreciate it. This is why I do what I do. You are the ones I'm talking to. You make the dream continue to happen. But soon we'll be up to the 150 mark, and I get to approach next on, see if I could be a official content creator. That's cool. And then we'll just continue to do the YouTube push and see where it takes us. But you know what? First, we got to get through tomorrow's update, and let's hope this content hits it out of the park, because we could really use it, and so could the game. I expect a huge influx of players with the new content, and I'd like to see where it is and compare it to where it's going to be a week from tomorrow. Because a lot of people will get in, do the stuff, and then roll. So, not just how many people log in, but how many people stick around afterwards. So, we'll see. But anyway, calling it a night, and I will see you possibly tomorrow. If not, we'll be back on Saturday like normal. So, with that, we're heading off, and as always, I'll see you out there. Take care, everybody.